Let's do a review. Hello everybody. You know me as TF Hype Guy on Twitter, and I just wanted to do a review of Studio Series Hatchet as my first review. Odd figure to pick as a first review. I just wanted to do it because this figure doesn't get that much love on Twitter, and I actually got it yesterday, and I quite enjoy it, so I decided to talk about it for a little bit. As we all know, this figure has been a long time coming since it initially leaked back in 2021, I want to say, and it's finally here. And how is it? It is disappointing to most, but for me, I actually quite like it, and I'm pretty happy with it. So he is a retool of the original crankcase slash crowbar mold for Studio Series, which I believe is a retool of the original The Last Night figure for Berserker. I'm not entirely sure about that, but I do think so. And I think all the remolding here is very well done. They really changed this figure a lot in order to pull off the four-legged creature that is Hatchet. And I'm just pretty satisfied with this figure, and I'll get into why now. So starting off, let's look at his head. And as you can see here, it's a very nice head sculpt, I must say. I really like the red painted eyes, and I really like the spikes on his head, and the opening jaw I think is pretty nice. And even inside of the jaw, there's some really nice detail. If I can get it to focus, there we go. See, he has a tongue. Is that a tongue? I'm not even sure what it's supposed to be, but trying to get the light inside of it. Yeah, he has some nice details, and I like the jaw, the painted silver jaw, and he has a black spot paint on his head for some reason. I'm not sure why, but yeah, and I really like the dreads. I think the dreads they did them really well on this figure. Oh, that's the tail just fell off. But I do like how they did them. I like how they were articulated to get out of the way if need be, and yeah, I quite like that head sculpt. Moving on down to his arms, you can see lots of unpainted gray, which does not look the best. I really wish it was picked out in some more silver or gray just to bring out the details. But it's detailed quite well, and he has little hands, and he has painted black on his hands for some reason. Interesting. So he has these panels on his forearms that people really don't like because they don't tab in, they don't stay in, and they always fall out. Well, I fixed it just by putting some little bit of glue in it. I just put a little bit of glue into where they're supposed to sit, and it's fine for me. It doesn't fall off anymore, and it makes the transformation that much better. So I recommend, if you do, just figure out where the spots are and just put some glue, and it turns out pretty well. Moving down, you can see his abdomen. It's quite a skinny abdomen, but it's painted. It's not painted at all. It's unpainted gray, just random details, and he has a little bit of a backpack up here with most of the car, but it folds up pretty well, and it's pretty flush. I quite like it, actually, the way it sits. As for the legs, it's just very basic legs, unpainted gray, and it doesn't look the best. So I'm not really batting for this figure that well so far, but I'll explain to you why I like it. Maybe if I can explain it well enough. But there's a little bit of panels here for the alt mode and the wheels, and oh yeah, so big buff flap, the car. Let me get back his tail and put it back on it. It falls off a lot, which is a bit of a problem, but what I like about it is that I just like the general look of it. I just like, I set it down, and I like it. I just like how it looks. I think it generally just looks quite appealing to me. I think it looks very nice. I put it on a shelf. It looks quite nice, and I just like to put it down and just look at it. I don't know. I just think it looks pretty cool. I like it quite a bit. I think the silhouette of it is very well done. And the tail, I think, sucks. I don't like the tail. It's probably my least favorite aspect of the figure, in that it just pops off very easily, and it's no paint, no detail or anything. It doesn't even store an alt mode all that well. I ended up just leaving it off most of the time and using the bumper as the tail, which, that works fine for me. And I'm pretty just happy with the overall robot mode here. Moving on here, we can go through his articulation quickly. If I can get this to focus, there we go. Arms are just ball joints, and they're not the most expressive. They're kind of restrictive in their movement, but you can get some movement out of the ball joints here. He has a bicep swivel. He has a bend at the elbow, and his hands can move up and down a little bit for articulation, although this gets out of the way, but it's supposed to fold in. Head can only swivel like that. It doesn't move down or anything, which sucks. I really wish it could have moved down or up a little bit, and the dreads can move in and out like that. No waist or anything like that. Not that it would have been very useful. Ball joints at the hips, so typical ball joint movement. He has a thigh. Is that a thigh? That's above the knee. Oh, that's below the knee. It's a below the knee swivel. But I swear he had a thigh swivel. No, he doesn't. Okay, bye-bye. Regular knee bend, and he has feet. Okay, moving on to transformation. Transformation is one of my favorite aspects about this figure. Initially, I hated the transformation, actually. I thought it was really just not the greatest. I thought it was really finicky and not the most thought out transformation, but I ended up really liking it when I got used to it. And now I just find it very satisfying. So let's just begin here. Let's begin with the arms. See here, straight down the arms and fold up these feet like that and undo these little panels here. Bring this up and rotate them like so. Bring them up, rotate them like so. There we go. And just bring them together. They don't clip in or anything. They'll clip in later. Put them together like that. Next, we're going to make sure the dreads are like that. Next, you want to straighten out his legs and fold them all the way down. It'll whoop into place. Like so. Make sure they're straight. And then rotate them so that the tires are facing the same direction. Like that. And what we're going to do now is just take the legs and bring them up like that. And what you're going to do now is just tab them in to the hands. There's a little, let's see if I can do this. There's a little tab right there that goes into a little slot right there. There we go. That showed off pretty well, actually. Let me focus here. Yeah, so this just comes right in and that locks right in like that. And next side. Should not be difficult at all. There we go. Got that in. Sorry that was off camera. So the next step here is he's going to go to the backpack and it's just going to come back like this. So. And you're going to come in here and fold out this panel. And then fold out this panel, which is most of the alt mode. And then you're going to bring this down and this just goes down like that. Make sure it goes on both sides. Come to the back and just gonna clip in these tabs like so. Nice. And there we go. That's the back, and I think that's a pretty satisfying conversion there. I quite like how that turns out. And then you're gonna take this panel and just bring this forward like that. Bring this forward like that. And then take the windshield, straighten that out, bring it down, make sure everything is tabbed together in the front here. And then take the bumper and just collapse it like that. And bang. We are done. Fun. I have a lot of fun with the transformation. I think it's quite simple. It's quite fun and very, very enjoyable. The tail, it does store in the alt mode. It's supposed to tab in between the dreads here, but I find it really difficult. So I just end up just putting it like this and just wedging it between the feet. And like that. And that stays fine, doesn't come out, and it rolls just fine. That's what I end up doing. Okay, so here's his alt mode, and I really like it. It's a very clean looking alt mode. It's a very pretty perfect van. It's a perfect representation, in my opinion at least, of the van he had in the movie. You can see, let's bring in the front bumper. There we go. Nice Chevy logo there. Officially licensed, of course. Front headlights are painted out, and I love the blue they use for the windshields. I think that's really well done. It's not clear or mismatched or anything. It's just all blue. Love the red sirens on top. The headlights, the backlights. Chevy logo, again, painted in. I love that. And the backlights painted as well. The rims are all pinned, which means he rolls very well. Very, very, very smoothly. And this is a hard surface, but he rolls pretty nicely. The only thing that breaks up the alt mode a little bit is this gray piece here. But it's fine. It doesn't bother me that much. Although I do wish it was black. But that's fine. And yeah, the hole here in the alt mode, it's a bit distracting. But honestly, in hand, it does not bother me. Because when you set this down on a table like that, you don't notice that. You really don't. This is only if you pick it up and look through it, you'll really notice it. But as it is, I really, really, really enjoy this alt mode. I really like it. So overall, this figure is not perfect. It really is not. It has a lot of problems. Especially in the articulation, and the transformation is a bit finicky at first. The tail really sucks, and I wish he was painted a little better. But besides that, all those things, which are pretty major things, I really like this figure. Despite a lot of people not liking it that much, I really like it. I think it's very fun. I think it's worth a pickup if you can get it on sale. I got this for $12 US, $12 US. Yep. So half the retail price, which I think was a great price to pay for this. And yeah, I really do recommend this guy if you can get him. I think it's a fun figure, and it's the last Bavis figure for Studio Series that I didn't get this year so far. I'm very excited for Widowmaker, and I'm very excited to get here. But yeah, this has kind of completed my 2025 Bavis collection, and I just really like this guy, and I don't know what else to say other than I think you should go get this guy and give him a try. And, you know, DM me and tell me if I'm stupid for liking this figure, or if you know what, you found a nice figure that you enjoy. Anyway, thank you all for watching very much. I really do appreciate you. Please leave any feedback at all in the comments, or on my, you can message me on Twitter and let me know anything you think I should do, anything different. So yeah, anyway, thank you for watching, and bye-bye.